I stand before you proud to say that I am a genealogist. In so saying, I am telling you that I am concerned, some might say consumed, with unearthing my family history. As a professional genealogist, I help others do this as well. More than simply putting names and dates on a pedigree chart, it is peering into the lives of ancestors, discovering their stories. That is the most attractive part of this work. Genealogists seek to understand the times and places where ancestors lived, who their families were, what their occupations, schooling, church and community activities were in their lifetime, and so much more. It is this work that sends genealogists to places far and near, in search of a connection to the culture, language, history, geography, and cuisine of their ancestries. Those of us engaged in this enterprise live and breathe the principle of Sankofa. This is a Twi word given to us by the Akan people of Ghana, and it loosely means to go back and fetch that which you have forgotten. You'll see the symbol here of a bird with its head turned backwards, about to pluck something from the past. This captures the very essence of genealogy work. There isn't time here to walk through the vast stretches of history that lay bare the connections of the Caribbean with the rest of the world. Suffice it to say that the many people around the globe do derive ancestry from this area, owing to the transatlantic slave trade and colonial emigration. It is the descendants of these early laborers, forced and otherwise, and explorers that are the present-day family historians who are seeking to explore their roots. This energy is a direct result of 5 modern trends. First, there is the emergence of the internet that made it possible for us to access vast amounts of information online. Second is the work of the Church of Latter-day Saints that has digitized genealogical records throughout the world. Third is the advent of popular TV shows dedicated to genealogy programming, such as Who Do You Think You Are and Finding Your Roots. Fourth is the professionalization of the field of genealogy. Amateur historians are taking advantage of any number of certificate programs, conferences, workshops, in order to advance their genealogical skills. And by far, it is the most recent consumer interest in DNA testing that is fueling today's momentum. The MIT Technology Review reported that 2017 was the year consumer DNA testing blew up. More people took genetic ancestry tests last year than all the previous years combined. As price wars continue to bring down the cost of testing, this number is guaranteed to rise. As a result, there is a growing sector of the population that is being drawn to the exploration of their ancestries. Now I'll turn my attention to sustainable tourism. I understand this concept to mean that the tourism industry is to be committed to providing humane and responsible economic growth. How successful the industry is in achieving this end is largely determined by the support that is given to the local population and its culture on the one hand, while creating meaningful and enjoyable experiences for tourists on the other. The question then is whether the interest of the genealogy community can marry well with the goals of sustainable tourism, given how robust the genealogy enterprise is and will continue to be for the foreseeable future. I say absolutely. One only needs to imagine how to grow genealogy-centered tourism with intentionality. The good news is we are already in your tourism mix. What distinguishes us is that we travel with a purpose. I'd like to paint a picture quickly of what a dream vacation for genealogists and family historians might look like. It would permit us to do any of the following: explore the island through cultural and heritage tours, consult with local historians, genealogists, and cultural enthusiasts, visit museums, historical sites, and yes, cemeteries. Spend time with members of the local community, experience authentic cultural life, consume authentic histories, have comfortable access to research facilities, and be able to obtain records with a minimum of bureaucratic hurdles. And in what I call a sweetheart opportunity, it would be ideal to take advantage of a genealogy-themed festival or conference. Travelers with a purpose could be invited home, as it were, for a panoply of cultural experiences, genealogical presentations, and heritage tours. This event might travel annually throughout the Caribbean, giving each island an opportunity to shine. I hope you see the implications for enhanced employment as a result of implementing any or all of these initiatives. What then are next steps? I urge the enabling of solid market research so that it can be known just how many folks are traveling with a purpose. Then it would be appropriate to prime the marketing pump to attract tourists from this class. Initial steps might include, and I'll just highlight a few in the interest of time, updating official tourism websites to include a page that highlights the array of cultural, historical, and genealogical resources that are available, hosting workshops and talks on history and culture, inviting local residents to participate in an ambassadors program for persons willing to meet and speak with tourists. This is not a laundry list, but hopefully it invites the beginning of a conversation. Now there are bound to be challenges inherent in any plan to grow tourism in a responsible way. Some of the more obvious demands would include setting realistic and manageable growth targets for tourism, ensuring that the infrastructure can handle increased traffic at all levels, improving research facilities, and upgrading equipment to accommodate the expectations of researchers. And I'll move on. You can quickly see what the others are. If there are any questions. In closing, let me simply say that if you build it, we will come. There are always more ancestors to get to know. Thank you.